Well, I forgot to clean up the other couple days ago. I really need to clean up because there's just, God, there's just a mess. That thing just gonna keep leaking because the oil pan's off. Why is the oil pan off? Because the oil pan's got the biggest hole in it that I've ever seen. Okay, but in today's video, I'm gonna be working on the Fox. I want to get all the wiring complete underneath, and then get my windows working again, because I cannot stand not having windows in this thing. I can roll down this side, because I know which wire to put on there, but the other side's not rolling down. I really hope it's not a Windows, window motor going bad, but, and then I need to get the little taillight kind of fixed. Before I buy new ones, I just gotta, I don't know what I want, honestly. If they made like a Euro version, that'd be nice. But I need to get all this probably wiped back down and get everything cleaned out of it real fast. But first, obviously, this mess. I'll see you in about an hour or 2 seconds.
That's how we get it done. 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 Sliding GVA.
It is a lot cleaner than what it was when I started, obviously. I didn't wash underneath here yet. It's a little cold to break out the power washer, but let's go ahead and start getting this wiring all figured out, because you know what? I ain't gonna do the wires. I'm gonna do the boost controller. We're gonna turn this up. Yeah, turn it up. All right, well, first thing is first, I need to grab. So what we are working with today will be the Holley 3-port boost controller solenoid, which is pretty self-explanatory. And I will have to be putting this on the output side, obviously, on the negative side, when you're hooking it up to the actual Holley Terminator X. So let's see what it comes with. This thing's been sitting in my garage for, like 4 months. Don't ask me why. So here's the 3-port. They give you the barb fittings. They're all going to be the same. Just one's going to be a plug, which you don't want. So the first things first. You have the one that's going to go in the middle. Okay, the middle is obviously going to be your atmospheric pressure. But before I actually put those in there, I do want to put some Teflon in there, just so we know it's good. Just get a little bit of Teflon here. You don't want any leaks, even though this is just venting into the atmosphere, guys. So when you're putting Teflon on, I don't know if anybody knows this, but you're going to go the way that you're screwing it on. So if you're going to screw it on counterclockwise or clockwise, you just got to make sure that you're going to roll it the same way you're twisting it. When you're putting it in there, you don't want it to unravel when you're actually trying to screw this in. So just like this, you just screw it down. Grab your 11. Oh, it's definitely an 11. Can I go around it? I can. Look at that. Getting fancy with her. All right, we're just going to tighten it down. You don't have to go too tight. Just snug it in there. That's all it's got to have to be. And then you're going to take your 2 barb fittings right here, and you're going to put it on the side. One is obviously going to be for the input, and then one's going to be the output. What I mean by that, is... Oh yeah, that sounds great. All right. Take this really heavy, really dirty hood and slap her down on top. Oh no, you're scratching the paint. I gotta repaint it. Don't worry about it. All right. Oh, look at that. I almost lost my... Those look so small. Oh my God. Oh my God. So you're gonna have your input and output, okay? You're gonna have your direct one to your atmospheric pressure is right here under the top of your wastegates, okay? So that's where you're gonna be putting excess pressure down, so it's not venting as soon as it hits 14 pounds, or technically 7 because it's a 7-pound spring. So it'll be building boost, and when it hits 7, the rest of it just gonna pretty much come out, okay? It's not gonna build any more pressure. So what the boost controller is gonna be doing is putting pressure down so you can go more boost. In layman term, put pressure down, more pressure build, go faster. Especially on these teeny tiny turbos that really just look ridiculous now that I think about it, and I can't believe I'm making so much horsepower. I'm not even making that much horsepower at all. Just for the stock setup, this thing is doing great. Anywho, let's just move on from that part. So what you're going to be doing is putting a pretty much vacuum hose from the top of this wastegate here, and then this wastegate are gonna come together, and then you're gonna tie into a vacuum source, which is pretty much gonna be this guy right here. I just gotta put another T in there, and literally this is gonna be super simple. So just like this, let's go ahead and put your other 2 barb fittings on there with some more Teflon, and that way this is done. So like I was saying, pretty much a hose is gonna go from here and here on that wastegate together, and that is going to be going into this side right here on your number 2 side, I do believe. If not, I'm going to put a diagram up right now because I'm confusing myself thinking about it. And pretty much this side on your number 1, I think I'm doing that right. Yeah, on your number 1 is going to go to your vacuum side. Obviously, let's say like from right here that goes into your blow-off valve. Pretty much how I have mine tied up. This one ties into my blow-off valve. This one goes into another T-fitting, which goes into this side, okay? Which I probably should just replace them. I don't know how old they are getting. I know for a fact this one is probably not doing so hot, especially with the heat and whatnot. I should probably see what it looks like underneath all that electrical tape. I tried to cover it as best as possible. I do have some other stuff I can use, so that's good. But pretty much look at all these T-fittings I got going on here. Like this T-fitting goes to this T-fitting, which goes into here. Yeah, it's just a big giant mess. But I do have a port that I'm gonna be installing now as well, so I can just pretty much eliminate all of this gross mess. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the plumbing now. It's been a couple days because I have no motivation to actually work on anything. Like, I feel like every time I gotta work on something, I just get super sidetracked. Then I come back to it, I don't want to work on it. Don't mind those. Just don't. Don't even ask a question about these. Don't even ask why there's 2 of them, and no questions. Got it? I think the best area to mount this and keep everything else like looking factory, especially with that cover on there, I kind of want to put it like right here. So what I'm gonna do now is run the little hoses that I got here. Hopefully I have enough, and put the hose here, mount it, and then get that side, mount it, tee it, and go from there. So let's go ahead and try to figure out what I want to do here. All right, number 1 is your pressure source, number 2 is wastegate dome, and number 3 is your vent. All right, that's all I needed. Man, this took me like an hour just to figure this out. Definitely don't have the right size vacuum hose because it ain't going on. But for demonstration purposes, this is gonna work just fine, right? Yeah, we'll just blow it. All right, so that is gonna go to your number, what was it, 1? I just looked at the photo and now I'm confused again. Just like that. And then number 2 is gonna go into my constant source of pressure, so I'm gonna tee it into this guy. Yeah, that's what I wanted. No idea.
Don't already have enough T's.
Don't worry about that. There's enough.
T here, gonna be a T here, a T right here.
Any more T's?
What is this thing?
That's my vacuum block.
Why don't you do that now?
I will be now. Mister, there's a T here, and a T here, and a T here.
I'm just saying, it would probably look
Hey,
a whole lot better.
that's all you need. That's all you need. I'm really trying to jerry-rig this already, and I haven't even done anything with this vacuum port thing yet. See, like, I'm trying to put this back together here on this, but it kind of, if I take it off, do I lose all my yeah, I lose my vacuum port. I wish there was more vacuum ports on this thing. I don't know what I want to do here now. God. See if I do this, and I do this, and I push down here, and it does that. So this connects that back together. So that's good here. But now this has to be connected here. So that's there, and then the boost controller here, this gets snipped off. And this gets pulled out because I broke it. Ooh. So this goes back here. And so there's that's it. All right. So now that's all teed off correctly, and what I have to do is take my thing here, wrap it here. So if all I gotta do is, oh, that's a little loose. Yeah, they're both loose. If I do that there, I think that's my biggest line I got. This goes on to here. No, it goes to 1, doesn't it? Goes to 1 for dome pressure. If I'm doing this wrong, hopefully I'm gonna make a note when I'm editing that number 1 does not go there. So go ahead and put that on there just like that. So, and then number 2 is gonna be tied into, if I can get something out of here, number 2 is gonna be coming off your intake. So this, all it's gotta do is not fall, is go right onto here, just like that. And my boost controller is not set up yet because I need to tee this one to number 1, because number 1's gotta have 2 sources because it's a twin turbo setup. See, this is why I'm getting so confused. So this one can go here, and then this one definitely not gonna fit over it. I don't know why this is not even close. Ugh. Is this one bigger? I hope. A little, not much. All right, so that's kind of sort of over it. And so what I have to do here is tee it, and then this tee goes into that. See, that's so simple. See, look at the stuff I do to make content. You know, I'm just tearing electrical tape off a T-fitting that I made. Like, why did I do this? Why not just spend the money and go get the correct T-fitting? Maybe I'll just shove it in there. There you go. See, that's as simple as I can make it. So dome pressure, and number 1. Okay. Number 3 is obviously going to be venting into the atmosphere. And number 2 is obviously going to be running into your constant pressure, which is this right here. So technically, I could be able to start the vehicle up and it should run like it should. And now, since this is done, because this is all going to be just mock-up for now, obviously. I hope nobody thinks I'm being serious on this side of this. Let's go ahead and show you what I need to do on the wiring this thing up. I did it wrong. Number 1 is your pressure source. Number 3 is your vent. And number 2 is your wastegate dome. I'm going to save that just so I can make sure. Alright, so pretty much after reading everything, the wires are not going to matter which way you go with them. One's a power, one's a ground. Holley always wants you to run your grounds to the outputs. That way it's, you know, only coming on through that. Holley's thing, alright, so white and black, because I got one bright white and red, so white and black should be this wire right here, yeah. And that connector will be the A13, so pin C. So what I'm gonna do, let's grab this guy right here, a real pre-splicer, and just get it connected. Obviously not with your hand, you're gonna wanna squeeze that, so it cuts the wire through. Alright, the GoPro died. But what I wanted to tell you guys is scratch that whole thing I just told you about the wires, okay? If you're not gonna run pretty much a dome pressure sensor, which I'm not, okay, you're gonna be running it off the map sensor, okay? On the Holley Terminator, you're gonna run it on your orange, which is a 5-volt reference wire, okay? And pretty much it's gonna be running off the map sensor for dome, okay? You're pretty much cheating the system in a sense, okay? So now you're gonna want to go back into your Holley, and I'll show you here. Well, I gotta show you guys how to do this, and it might have to be in another video because I can't find my inputs and outputs. It should be like right here with the I/O, but I can't find it, and I've been searching for like an hour now, and I don't know. So that's a bummer. Sorry, guys. Maybe it's a good thing, you know. Still got to plumb everything correctly, and let's just do it the right way, I guess. And get everything else buttoned up, get some more wire. Literally mount this over here, so that's good to go. But I mean, honestly, I should probably start getting that, you know, figured out there. And then this. Don't worry about that. You know. But other than that, everything else, like I was saying, everything else is pretty much plumbed the way I need it to be. So I just gotta start obviously doing it, which I don't have any motivation for, like I've stated, and don't mind those turbos. Just just don't, like I said. Leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.